that thing, there's got to be a parallel, right? I'm thinking of like Kyle Orton doesn't work, doesn't have to be a Bills one. I mean, to get traded and then play immediately. Maybe it's, you know who it is? It's Mayfield with the Rams, right? That's what happened with, maybe it was even less time, but for Flacco to start like day one pretty much is kind of insane, but they are desperate. I don't mind it. I'm sort of excited about it. For Chase and Higgins and maybe even Chase Brown and sort of in the fantasy space. Anyway, let's get to Peyton Krebs, our guest on the West Her Hotline. Peyton, I'm Mike Schopp. Thanks for doing this.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. How do you feel here physically going into another season? Your fifth now with the Sabres. Do you think does it tend to be the case that like night one or going into night one is the best you feel all year physically, or does that maybe not always, is that not always true?
Yeah, I think physically for sure. You're fired up. You got the adrenaline. You're in Key Bank. Crowd's getting you pumped. So, you always get the nervous jitters going in, and kind of everything you were feeling kind of goes away, and you're just ready to let it rip.
What's your way of maintaining like your strength and your stamina through the season? It seems like the schedule is insane, and I don't know if you think about this, maybe not, but like this year I think it's even crazier because there's that Olympic break later on and the season isn't more stretched out on the calendar. So how do you guys do it?
Yeah, this year, you're right. It's pretty much nonstop until Olympic break. So for me, it's just continuing to stretch each and every day. Little did you know, we're working out pretty much after every game too. Just maintaining the summer we built throughout the summer and trying to stay on top of it. So, just trying to stay healthy, stretch a lot, and then maintain the muscle you built throughout the summer.
Right. So that's what the summer is? I mean, there's got to be some departure from the work, but like the summer is for what? Building up that strength so you can make it through the year.
Yeah, exactly. I think during the season, I wouldn't say you're trying to get any gains. You're just trying to maintain what you built, and we're all strong at this time of the year, so just trying to keep that going so you're not getting injured.
I think that probably in all sports, when you're 0-0, everybody's hopeful. Everybody's optimistic. I got to think that that's true in your case and in the Sabres case. How genuine is it? Like, can you guys really see yourselves having a big year?
Yeah, 100%. I think, there's been a bunch of us, a few of us, I guess, that have been here for the last 5 years. And, we got a feeling in our stomachs this year that is exciting, and also a feeling of we don't want to, we want to break the playoff drought. So we're excited to do that. We got a lot of guys that are hungry, and I'm excited for that.
So what's it going to take, Peyton? Like, you've been here a while and you've been under Lindy Ruff now for a full season. What are the changes, I guess I'll put it that way, that the Sabres need to make this year?
Yeah, I think obviously we got to be consistent. That's the number one thing. And I think this year we came in with strength and conditioning was a big thing for us. To be consistent, you got to have that. For us, it's, grabbing, I'm just going to say it, grabbing our nuts and, being willing to get in the dirty areas and do the work, to allow ourselves to, not want to be played against. And that's a big thing for us. And like I said, just be consistent, have an identity, and we got all the talent to do it. That's no problem. I think it's, it's that time.
I think you can say that. Like when you talk to Paul after games, he can just erase it. He can edit it, but I think you're fine. We're live, but I think you're fine. How about your line at this point? I mean, right now Paul's given us the lines through practice every day. Fourth line with Malenstein and Danforth, I think I'm seeing. What do you think? Please correct me if I'm wrong about any of this, but what do you think your role is in that role?
Yeah, I think actually, just talking to Lindy today, I'm kind of at Swiss Army knife. Our line's got to be a direct line that when we get out there, we create momentum for the team. And I think we added Dan Forth this year, who was in Columbus before. He was absolutely terrible to play against, and those are the type of guys we want on our team. And obviously Malmstein, he's a heavy guy, likes to get in the corners and make some hits. So for us, obviously we want to help contribute offensively, but the big thing for us is being a shutdown line and creating momentum for the team. So shift after shift, we can score some goals.
What is, I think I know, at least in part, what is tough to play against? So I'm thinking maybe one thing would be the guy just never leaves you alone. Whoever it is, like whatever position you're playing, they're kind of always there, but there's more to it maybe?
Yeah, I think, in practice, there's always that guy that seems to just absolutely work and sucks going against because, every time you go in that corner, you're going to have to work to keep the puck. And when you consistently do that, each and every guy, that sucks to play against. And not only that, you're making hits, you're contributing the puck well. When you don't have the puck on your stick and you're just skating around, watching the other team fly around you, that's tough to play against. So we want to be that team, and it's exciting.
So sellout crowd tomorrow night. I mean, you mentioned the playoff drought, and we all know all about it. I mean, I've been here since the 70s. I'm familiar with the history of all of this. Not all bad, but at least you should have good energy tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're excited. I think, like I said, I want to do it in Buffalo. I want to make the playoffs, win a cup, and I'm more hungrier than ever to do it, so it's exciting.
Have you made yourself at home here? I mean, it's been a few years now, so I'm thinking probably.
Yeah, no, I'm actually just sitting in the car. My daughter's at her swimming lessons here in Williamsville, so it definitely feels like home here, and it's where my daughter was born, with where I got engaged to my wife, and it's a pretty special place for us.
Swimming, huh? Like that's our producer was a swimmer. Only sport for her?
Yeah. Yeah, she's only a year and a half, so we're just it's more of a life skill than anything right now.
Swimming lessons, that makes sense. She's not racing. She's not playing lacrosse. When she's not swimming or anything like that. not yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, the trade to Buffalo probably feels like, I mean, you're still such a young guy so long ago in your life. But it's a trade that was a big moment for Sabres fans, so much invested in Jack, and yourself and Alex Tuck still grinding here. That probably does feel like a long time ago, right? Do you still, maybe you don't think about it anymore, but can you tell me sort of what that day was like?
Yeah, I'm definitely a Buffalo Sabre now. I don't really think of myself as anything attached with the Golden Knights. But yeah, I mean, that was obviously I'm young. I've never been traded before. I'm just a type of guy that wants to play in the NHL, loves playing in the NHL. I don't care where it is. And, it was a new opportunity. A guy like Alex Tuck, who we're really close, obviously. It was special. And, we want to win in Buffalo and obviously prove that trade right. And I think this year is a good step to do that.
That's interesting too. I mean, you might consider yourself close with all your teammates, but then the trade happens and there's one who's going with you. And so, he's a little older. He even was like a Sabres fan growing up, right, Alex? So maybe he was the right guy for you to have sort of team up on this in this move at the time.
Yeah, no doubt. Our wives are really close. I have kids the same age, so he's like an older brother to me. Guy I look up to a lot, and he's obviously a heck of a hockey player too, so that helps out.
Very good. Well, Peyton, I'm glad we've got to spend some time together. Good luck tomorrow and this year.
Beauty, thanks very much for having me. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Peyton Krebs of the Sabres, who was my daughter's favorite player. I might have wanted to mention that to him, but it was his number because she wears 19. So that was the thought that went into it.
That's really all the thoughts you need. That's fine. That works.
Of course, his daughter is very young. Like, what is she going to be in boxing? What am I thinking there? What is she going to be doing? What other sports does she participate in? Chess? I mean, he's 24. So what else is your daughter involved in? Settlers of Catan, maybe with her friends every weekend. Swimming, sure. Nothing wrong with that. Makes sense. Not baseball yet. Baseball's pretty soon. Baseball, soccer. I got the video. Did we all get the video of Jeremy's son scoring a goal? Very cool to see that. I mean, that's a young guy just starting out. Soccer shots, probably. Or no, that he's actually not. But still, like those programs, my kids did that. My wife coached a soccer team that my son played on, and you know how it is, like the pictures, you just save them, you put them on the fridge, and you never really want to throw them out. So you just put the new picture on top of it, and then every once in a while, like a pile of pictures falls to the floor because you moved the magnet by a millimeter, and like here's your whole like kid's life just splayed on the kitchen floor. So recently this happened, and there was the soccer team picture, and it's him and my wife, and it's two other kids. The team had 3 players. Like the early days of sports. Far different now.